So good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again. We're going to talk about Harry Maguire. And we're also going to talk about Mason Mount's brother. Talking. Can't take factual information tweeted out by Talk Sport. Can't take it. It is what it is. But anyway, before we get into talking about Harry Maguire refusing to leave Man United, literally refusing to leave Man United. And listen, we are going to get into the reason why I think he's refusing and the reason or the persons to blame. Because there is a few people that are blamed for this, but it is what it is. Before we get into that, big up to everyone who watched the video about Mohamed Salah yesterday. Linked to Saudi. Wouldn't surprise me if that happens. If you haven't, go and check that out. I will have another video dropping as well later this evening, so keep your eyes peeled for that. That'll be after the Super Cup final has ended, with Man City and Sevilla playing tonight, 8 p.m. UK time. Looking forward to watching that, actually. I think Man City will wipe the floor with them, if I'm being completely honest, but we shall see. Make sure you do all of that good stuff. Big up to the 200 new subs yesterday. Let's see if we can get another 200 today. It's very close to 19.2. So let's see if we can get that up to about 19 and a half. I want it on 20 ASAP. Come on. Like the video. Share the video. Sub to the channel. Comments and super chats down below. Much obliged. Appreciate each and every one of you. But for now, let's talk about this, this blockhead. Let's talk about him. So, dear. Deal with West Ham has fallen through because he couldn't agree personal terms. The reason he couldn't agree personal terms is because of, allegedly, West Ham only want to pay him 100 grand a week. Oh, poor Harry. How's he going to live on 100 grand a week? How's he going to feed his family? But he wants Man United to subsidise the other 90 grand a week because he's earning 190 at Man United. And he's basically saying, you want me to leave? They're only offering me 100 grand a week. I want my other 90. Man United are saying, well, we ain't doing that. Yeah, they agreed a £30 million deal, but personal terms are the reason why it's collapsed. He's now focused on Manchester United and thinks he has a chance to play games. Okay, good one. Anyway, let's read out some of these bits and pieces. Manager Erik ten Hag has always said Maguire is an important part of the squad and that he's happy for him to stay and fight for his place. That right there. And people go, yeah, but he's not going to slag him off publicly, is he? He's not going to put him in the mud. Really? I remember Jose Mourinho putting Schweinsteiger, yes, Bastian Schweinsteiger, in the under-21s for nearly a year because he didn't want him. He also did the same with Victor Valdez. We're not talking about two Mickey Mouse footballers here. We're talking about two very, very, very good generational players at that time. Yeah, the goalkeeper, Valdez, was seen as one of the best in the world. Sebastian Schweinsteiger, seen as one of the best midfielders in the world at the time. Jose walked into United and said, no, we need to get rid of them. Put them in the reserves. So Erik ten Hag is barefaced either lying or genuinely does want Harry Maguire to fight for his place. I think he's just barefaced lying. We've already seen that he hasn't got the cojones to do what Jose did. We've already seen that when he came into the club, he said, oh, yes, Harry Maguire is going to continue being captain. And then he benched him. He still played over 30 games last season, by the way. And when he was on the pitch, he had the armband. So very weak from the manager. Very, very weak from the manager. And the fact that every time he comes out in a press conference and is asked about Harry Maguire, he sits and smiles and says, oh, yes, he can fight for his place. I've got no issues with Maguire. This is one of the very reasons why Harry Maguire is refusing to leave. Because this manager has not got a backbone. Yeah, and I'm sorry if that upsets you, Man United fans. I'm just saying it from an outsider looking in. I couldn't care less whether Harry Maguire's there or not. It's banter when he is there, but it's banter when he ain't there. So I couldn't care less whether he's there or not. You know, but the other reason I think that he's refusing to leave, or one of the problems as to why he's not wanting to go, is the contract. The contract's 190 a week. What planet were United on when they gave him 190 a week? Because even back then, and he was 80 million, I get that. That's granted, that's cool. But the wages weren't ridiculously high for millions of players around the world like they are now. You've got bang average footballers now earning 190. Yeah, he was bang average when you signed him for a record fee and put him on top dollar. That was like one of the highest earners at the club at the time. Now, I know David De Gea was probably earning more, but, you know, Pogba maybe. But he was one of the top 5 earners at Man United at the time. Yeah, and I understand that he was one of the record fees for a centre-back, this, that, and the other. But this is the problem when you give somebody a 6-year deal on 190 grand a week. That should have been a 4-year deal with an option of a 5th. In fact, you shouldn't have even signed him. Let's just be real with this. He is utter dross. Yeah, and the fact that he has to post his own stats, the fact that he has to, well, he doesn't have to, but his family are always out tweeting in his defense, cussing people on Twitter that dare to slag him off for his poor performances. No, consistent runs of poor form. Yeah, then he has one good game and his family are out there going, see, he's better. I see one post where, I can't remember his brother's name. His brother posted, no, or his sister, one of them posted, yeah, Roy Keane's international career, and it's him walking a dog. Harry Maguire's international career, and it's him holding a trophy. And it's like the audacity of that family to get involved when he is clearly not very good. And I understand they want to protect their family, but part of being in the public eye and part of being a Manchester United captain, you zip your family, mate. You have an obligation and a duty to represent Man United Football Club to the highest you can do. Look at all the captains they've had over the years. Don't need to sit and name them all. We all know how good they were. Didn't see Roy Keane's family coming out, giving it the Bertie, did we? No, we didn't see Ronaldo's family coming out, giving it the Bertie. Beckham, when he was getting the effigy, yeah, the effigy burning and hanging, didn't see any of his family coming out, did we? But no, Harry Maguire's family want to start giving it all the Bertie. Yeah, let me tell you another reason why he's rejected personal terms at West Ham. Because maybe, just maybe, them West Ham fans have a backbone. We've seen that they've stormed the pitch before and stuck a corner flag in the centre circle. You're way out your comfort zone if you're going there, mate. You're currently in your comfort zone. Because albeit there's a lot of hype about Harry Maguire online in terms of being rubbish, they still sing his name. They still cheer for him, like when they're at the game. Yeah, unbelievable. Which leads me on nicely. By the way, like the video, people. Appreciate it. Which leads me on nicely to another number 7 that is an absolute shambles. We just mentioned some very good number 7s, and this one's an absolute shambles. One game for Man United. One game for Man United in the league. One stinker. Got hooked. This is what TalkSport tweeted out. TalkSport posted this out. Where are we? So, Mason Mount's Premier League debut for Manchester United. 0 goals, 0 assists, 0 chances created, 0 crosses, 0 tackles won, 0 aerial duels won. Factual information about his performance. Rubbish. But they just put out the analytical side of it, the stats, which everybody likes. Everybody loves the stat when it's going for their player. But when it's not going for their player, nobody wants the stats. Make it make sense. Well, anyway, his brother, Lewis Mount, has taken to Instagram and put, I've tried to let this go all day, but honestly, shame on you, and tag TalkSport. These players, no, these people get enough abuse without you adding fuel to the fire. A reminder that he's had a very successful 18-year career in football, is a good, kind human being, more than I can say for some of your reporters. Right, okay, let's dissect this real quick. Number 1, factual information is better than lies. Number 2, if he had a great game, scored a hat-trick on his debut, TalkSport would have put that out as well with the stats for that. So let's just keep this real, yeah? Right? Number 3, what has an 18-year successful career got to do with his debut and him stinking out Old Trafford? Number 4, what's him being a kind, good human being got to do with his footballing career? Nobody cares. I couldn't care less whether you're a dirty, horrible, nasty piece of crap. If you do the performances on the pitch, mate, you do whatever you want. I could not care less. Yeah, I ain't even a Man United fan and this has rattled me. Yeah, who does his brother think he is? So anyway, I did some digging. Mason Mount signed up to a PR agency called Cherry PR Agency. If anybody's not familiar with Cherry PR Agency, David Beckham, when he got the red card and the burning effigy, I can't remember the woman's name now, but she was also his PR. Furthermore, so was Didier Drogba. who allegedly, and I say allegedly, did a naughty one by not giving some of the money that he said was going to a certain place to that certain place, and spun it all away. Also, Kurt Zuma's PR. Everyone's forgotten about the cat, haven't they? Mason Mount in the last 12 months has done photo shoot after photo shoot after photo shoot for front covers of magazines, Audi. What else has he done? There's another one. Can't remember. It was a massive company as well. Can't remember. It's gone. And this is what winds me up. This guy is being touted, right? And on the, oh, by the way, and on that agency, I think it was Beckham. I may be wrong, but the PR agency were tagging Neil Ashton and certain other journalists in these tweets, right? And they were then writing article after article after article, posting about how great Beckham was, how great Beckham is. Beckham's doing this. Beckham's doing that for charity. Beckham's doing this. Yeah, because you know why? A lot of these journalists are also linked to the PR agency. The whole thing is a scam. It is a sham. And this is what I say. Rashford's in the same boat, by the way. A lot of Arsenal players are doing this. I think Jack Grealish is one of our clients as well. Yeah, Jack Grealish is on the books. Now, and this is what I'm saying. Mason Mount's playing for Man United. He's gone in there and took the number 7. That would not surprise me if that was part of the PR agency having a little word. Because Neil Ashton, by the way, is the PR guy for Man United. Like, it all makes sense. He's now got number 7. Number 7. You're dropping a stinker. Right, not only that, furthermore, let's come away from that for a second. What part of TalkSport's tweet with factual information about his game was considered as abuse by his numpsy brother? What an absolute helmet. Get in the bin, you absolute waster. Oh, he's such a kind human being. What's that got to do with him getting a stinker on the game in his debut, mate? Nobody cares if he's a nice human being. Can you do a good performance? Yay or nay? TalkSport are posting out factual information and it's now seen as abuse. Now you've got some tart on United Stand posting out a tweet saying, oh, this is abuse. Really? That bird, by the way, I spent 2 years cussing David De Gea. These people have got no shame. Get in the bin, love. Get in the bin, you absolute wrong'un. You absolute... What is wrong with these people? Oh, it's abuse. Since when is factual information seen as abuse? It is not abuse. It is factual information. But unfortunately, most of these divs that have latched onto football clubs now, yeah, to get something in their life because they've got nothing, most of these little wet wipes, yeah, are so soft and fragile. Oh my God, Mason Mount got 0 on every stat. Oh, it's abuse. You're not allowed to put that out there. Oh, poor Mason, how's he going to feel? You fucking trips. Get in the bin. Modern football fans are absolute wrong-uns. And I'll tell you something now. Modern football players are also equally as weak. Yeah, unbelievable. Mason Mount's brother. Zip your brother's mouth, mate. You play for Man United as number 7. Shut up, get your head down and do your job. Yeah, Beckham's missus could have come out, who was a high-profile pop star for Spice Girls back in the day, and started going on about David Beckham's mental health and David Beckham's this. Yeah, she didn't know, did she? Do you know why? Because Beckham zipped her, and not only that, he also got the PR woman that Mason Mount's got. It's unbelievable. Anyway, let me know your thoughts on all of that. Make sure you do check out the other video. It'll be coming around 11 o'clock tonight. That'll be on here. Smash the like button. Listen, I just come with facts about the clubs. Yeah, I couldn't care less. Yeah, I don't care about Man United. Ain't my club. Yeah, but what I do call out is BS. And Lewis Mount, you are a div. Yeah, you are a wrong-un, mate. Yeah, who does he think he is? Oh, he's such a kind, nice person. Had an 18-year successful career. Nobody cares. You're now playing for Manchester United. Nobody cares what you did before, mate. What are you doing now? Yeah, this is just... It is just embarrassing. Yeah, if I'm Mason Mount, I'm telling my brother, keep your mouth shut, mate. Yeah, if I'm Harry Maguire, I'm staying at Man United. You gave me a contract. Pay it. I don't need to leave. Winston Bogard, part 2, my friends. And Man United are fully in the mud right now. Too many dickheads at that football club. Garnacho, another one. Yeah, another one. Yeah, Rashford, another one. But anyway, I could go on. It is what it is. Have a wonderful day. Like the stream video. Sub to the channel. Let's get 19.5K by the end of the day. That'd be fantastico. And yeah, man, leave your comments and super chats down below. We're out. Also, I've got a video dropping about Yuri and Timber on the main channel any second now. So yeah, go and check that out. He's out for the season. I prefer not to speak. Anyway, we're out of here, people. Adios.